Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am making a cover for my Weirdo signature swap journal album. So I have two pieces of chipboard. They are 6x6. I purchased them this way. They happen to be black. I am using this fabric that I have that is all bugs. And let me show you a little bit about what I'm doing here. So I want to create an album that is tall enough to hold my signatures. My signatures are going to be 5.5 by 4.25. And so this 6-inch chipboard gives me 1/4 inch at the top and 1/4 inch at the bottom, which will be just perfect. I do have an inch extra up here, but I'm just going to keep it just in case any tabs, like my signatures all had, if I can find it, my signatures all had these tabs in them. So I'm not sure how far out it goes, but anyway. So I'm just going to leave it at 6x6 is my point. I would normally put a lot of glue on this piece, but it's going to be covered up by fabric and by paper on the other side, so I'm not too worried about it. That line is not the most exact, but see how it looks at the top. And gotta get this one over here before that dries. Art glitter glue dries really quickly, which is why I like it, except sometimes you have to work fast. And I don't know if it has to do with your climate. Flip them over. So so you can't really tell that there's white underneath here. So I do want to make sure that I have, it needs to be at least 1/2 inch in. So I'm going to eyeball about 1 inch in, because I'm going to fold this, miter the corners, of course, fold it in, and then and then when I sew my signatures in, I'm going to glue that spine piece in and over part of the fabric. So that was extra. That was extra that you didn't need right now, but I don't know if this will cut or if this will tear, but I'm going to try it. First I have to cut it with a scissor in order for it to tear. Yeah? Cross your fingers. No? So satisfying. There we go. So probably 1 inch on this side and 1 inch on this side as well. I cut a little bit of this down. These scissors are not optimized for fabric. Oh, it might not cut this way or tear this way. So I want this to be the outside. So I'm going to flip it this way. And I'm just going to glue it down just a piece at a time here. So easier like this. Just try to get it kind of centered here. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to pretend to fold it, but really just kind of ball it up. Let's set it over here. Okay, so I am using art glitter glue. I do have the big bottle out because it's really hard to refill the little bottles, and I have bigger bottles coming, and it's a whole thing. But by the time they get here, I may be out and have to order more art glitter glue anyway, so. I want a good amount of glue. I want to even it out as best I can. It's already drying though. This chipboard is super porous also, so it is sucking it right up. I don't want glue marks, but I think it'll be okay. I just don't want big blobs, right? Let's see what happens here. Seems good. All right. Just gonna go from here. Just a little further. I had considered using my PVA water solution that I use for decoupaging for this. Sometimes I use matte medium and it feels tacky after, oh whoops, I forgot I was doing tiny pieces. And it feels tacky after it dries, so I don't really like that feeling. This is gonna be even worse. So now that we're halfway, let's take a breath and see if we can see. Gonna flip it over here. Don't see any glue marks. I forgot to consider that it might bring up some of the color of that chipboard and stain the fabric, but we'll see. This might be a little easier.
so... Using the wrong hand now. Oh, no, didn't like that. No, I'm like, maybe I should use glue stick. I mean, I know glue stick won't hold it very well, but it's for my own use and it's going to be attached on the inside. See? Dang it. That's what I was worried about. These lines are where the glue made the color come up. What a bummer. Oh well. I had white chipboard too. But since it's for myself, I'm just gonna leave it. Hold. The other thing I had thought of too, since it's for just for myself, is I had pulled out these adhesive sheets. These are Elizabeth Craft. I don't know if they still make these, but you know, there are a ton of other brands that make double-sided craft sheets. But yeah, this is what I'm doing now. We'll see what happened. I mean, I don't think it's much less liquid in relation to if it will pull up the color into the fabric, but okay, so there's that. I'm gonna miter these corners. Oh, don't pull it too tight if it's stretchy. I didn't realize how stretchy this is. This one, you can see it better this way. Am I out of frame? Okay. I'm going to use the glue stick again. Just trying to get it prepped for when I glue in the paper spine piece. And then I'll show you that in just a second. And it's not ready, but I will demonstrate. Oops. That. don't know why I only did that one. And this. I'll take this one. Okay, this is bunching up in the corner here, so I'm gonna try to pull it tight both ways. Okay. And there, there, there. You can come back with a dot of wet glue there if it doesn't behave. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of cardstock and I'm going to cut it down so it is about 5 3/4 tall, which will give me about 1/8 of an inch on both sides as a little bit of a border. And I'm going to score it so that I can have a score line where I'm going to set each of the signatures and sew them in individually. And then once that's all done, I will come in with more black cardstock that's the same height and kind of butt 2 pieces of cardstock up against it, against the spine and the signatures, and that will be the finished part. I think I am going to grab some ribbon because I always forget the ribbon. I like to put extra because sometimes it doesn't end up being extra. I had thought about what's most secure is, for like in my estimation, is to put one piece that goes all the way across. So you're essentially tying all the signatures together, but I don't think I need that much strength. I'm going to get my wet glue. So on top of this, of course, we'll also have some more cardstock. Just want a good amount of glue, kind of in the middle. same thing over here. There we go. You can see the glue lines through there. I don't know why I didn't stop and think about it before I started, but like I said, since it's for me, I am just going to, I'm going to keep it and use it. And also, you know, some of it could be covered up. If you run into this issue, you can always cover up with, you know, ribbon, paper, ephemera, wax, whatever you got. So I will be back in another video to sew the signatures in for this one. Not sew. Yes, sew the signatures in to the cardstock and then glue the signature piece into the book cover. And I'll see you in that one.